In this video, I'm going to explain to you my intermittent fasting ketosis diet. I'm going to explain to you the exact protocol I follow that puts me in a state of ketosis every morning without necessarily following a very strict ketogenic diet. Hello everyone, my name is Mike Cola and I've been a fitness trainer and gym owner for over 25 years. And if this is your first time here and you really want to improve your fitness, health, and nutrition along with me, hit that subscribe button. I put out videos like this every single week. Okay, let's get right to it. I'm going to give you my protocol on how I use intermittent fasting, or some people may use the term time-restricted eating, to put me in a state of ketosis every morning. And then when I have my first meal in the afternoon, I come out of ketosis, and then the next morning I'm right back in ketosis again. Okay, but the first thing is, let's explain what intermittent fasting is or time-restricted eating is. That's just pretty much going a minimum of 12 hours without any food in your system. I personally go longer. I personally go maybe 14 to 16 hours every single day without any food. So what that does, it really depletes the amount of fructose, the amount of sugar that's stored in my liver. So then I start producing ketones. Okay, that's a big takeaway from this video right there. See, fructose is the sugar that's processed and metabolized in the liver. Okay, other sugars are processed and stored as muscle glycogen in the muscles. So you can be in a state of ketosis while your muscles still have glycogen, still have carbs stored in them, but your liver is very low on sugars. Okay, and that's a real big takeaway. That's the secret behind why intermittent fasting, by just not eating for 12 to 14 hours, can put you in a state of ketosis, because the liver can only hold maybe 50 to 100 grams of glucose. And actually, I was just listening to a wonderful podcast from Rhonda Kaufman. I love her podcast called Find My Fitness. She had a doctor, Dr. Pan, who specialized in ketosis and just studying all these things, time-restricted eating. And he was explaining, and it really makes sense to me, how you can deplete your liver glycogen with just about 10 hours of not eating. So for example, by you practicing intermittent fasting, for example, say only eating between maybe say 12 in the afternoon and 8 in the evening, and then going maybe 12, 14, 16 hours with no food, you're going to be in a mild state of ketosis for a few hours every single morning. And there's so many wonderful health benefits to being in ketosis. First of all, is the optimal fat burning state, right? You know, when the liver is giving off ketones, the brain can only either burn glucose or ketones. So the liver converts fats into ketones when there's no sugar in the liver, and then the brain starts burning these ketones. So that's one major benefit, you're burning fat. Another thing is something called autophagy. Autophagy is just cell cleansing, where weak organelles and bad cells kind of die off, and they kind of they kind of eat themselves, and they just cleanse each other. It's a really amazing thing, autophagy. Neurogenesis happens when you're in a state of ketosis. The production of new brain cells happen. It's almost it's hard to explain unless you've experienced it. When you're in ketosis, you have a heightened state of alertness. My memory is better. I just feel wonderful in ketosis. Some people also feel that your human growth hormone is increased when you're in a state of ketosis. So there really are wonderful benefits to being in ketosis. So that's why I want to wake up every morning in ketosis. But most people feel that you have to stick to a very strict ketogenic diet, meaning that you have to have like 80-90% fat, and you also have to eat very little protein, and you have to have almost no carbs. Yes, that would put you in a state of ketosis, and that is a true ketogenic diet. But you can do it with my protocol. So let's go over my exact protocol. First of all, let's say you're having your last meal in the evening by 8 o'clock. Now, one thing you want to do with that last meal is that you don't want to make it a high fructose meal. For example, you don't want to drink soda, which is loaded with high fructose corn syrup. You don't want to have cakes and cookies. I would even, if possible, not even have any fruit for dinner. So let's say you have your normal healthy meal for dinner. For example, say I'm somewhat of a pescatarian. I'm going to look up an amazing video I did on what I think is the best diet for longevity, weight loss, and good health. So it explains it in detail, but pretty much I'm a pescatarian, so I'm going to have fish for dinner. Say I have a nice piece of salmon, and I have 2 different colored vegetables. Let's say I have broccoli, and then I have, say, beets, okay? Now I'm going to process all this food. Since it's relatively low in fructose, I'm not going to fill up my liver with sugar. There'll be some, but not much. So then when I'm fasting overnight, I'm depleting my liver stores of sugar, and then within 12 hours or so, I'm in a mild state of ketosis. I'm getting all the wonderful health benefits of being in ketosis without necessarily having a strict ketogenic diet. So that should be the protocol. For example, have your last meal, say, before 8 o'clock in the evening, and then by minimally don't eat anything for at least 12 hours till 8 in the morning. And you will be in a mild state of ketosis. Now, for every hour you can go beyond, say, 12 hours, you're getting all those ketosis benefits. Okay, so if you can, hey, if you have to have maybe a cup of black coffee in the morning or maybe a little green tea, do that. But try to wait as long as you can. You know, you're going to be burning fat. You're going to be feeling wonderful. Now, I'm going to link up another video I did on how to ease into intermittent fasting. I know this protocol can be very difficult for people if you're used to eating a high carb type diet. So what I generally recommend for people first do is to kind of reduce their carbs for a couple of weeks and get them ready to start intermittent fasting. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, the big takeaway from this video is that fructose is the sugar to avoid, because that's the sugar that's processed in the liver. And if your liver's full with fructose, you're not going to make ketones. So by eliminating the fructose, and then by going a minimum of 12 hours in fasted state, you will be in a mild state of ketosis. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And once again, if you want to improve your fitness, health, and nutrition along with me, hit that subscribe button. You know, I put out videos like this every single week. And if you've been experimenting with intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating, or if you want to get into ketosis and you're having a hard time, you know, leave a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful day.